do some needling with Erno today. You can find some information about the physiological processes that occur with this needling and our rationale for using it on that section of the website. But for now, we are going to get some needles in around Erno's leg. Now Erno, what you're going to feel is kind of like a little prick as the needle goes in. And then most people don't feel too much of anything after that. You might feel kind of like a deep dull achy sensation. That's okay. If you feel anything that's sharp and pokey, you let me know and we'll find a more comfortable position, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we have a few different structures that we're going to target today. One of them being his VMO muscle. This is part of your quads group. It's a big stabilizing muscle of the knee. And with Erno, it's not activating very well right now, so we are going to get some needles in through that muscle and see if we can get it firing a little bit better. So there's one needle in already there, and you're going to apply a bit of electricity into that needle. You can get that guy to wake up a little bit and start firing a little bit better. This is an important stabilizing muscle of the knee. A lot of times after an injury, that muscle tends to get inhibited. So the neural signals from your brain to that muscle stop getting there, and any amount of training isn't going to be able to strengthen that muscle just because simply you're not getting the signals from your brain to that muscle. But if we can stimulate that muscle with a needle and add some electricity, we can get that guy going again. Our next target is going to be the patellar tendon. So here, we're just going to sneak in underneath that patellar tendon. So we want to loosen up some of the adhesions that have formed underneath this tendon. And we're mechanically disrupting some of those adhesions with the needle, but as well, we're stimulating the release of certain chemicals that will help your body resorb all of that inflammatory debris, basically all of this junk that really shouldn't be there. And our last target is going to be some of the tight bands in these quads muscles. A few needles here and along the length of this muscle. Help try and increase or decrease the tone of that muscle, which is basically the amount of neural input coming from the brain into that muscle. And as well, we can affect some of those adhesions that are formed within this muscle itself. By inserting a few needles down the line of this muscle, you can help modulate some of that neural input coming into this muscle, and as well help your body start to resorb some of that inflammatory debris, all these adhesions and fibrotic changes. So now that we've got all of these needles in, we are going to hook them up to a bit of a different electrical source. Erno, this is going to feel like a tapping sensation on your skin where some of these needles are. You might feel your muscles start to jump. I'm going to slowly turn it up, and you are going to tell me when to stop. And you want that sensation to be strong, but not at all uncomfortable, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to feel just these guys up here first. And you tell me when. You okay there?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Next ones will be a little bit lower down. That's okay?
Yeah.
Good. And the last ones will be further down below the knee. You good there?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is an example of a neurofunctional needling protocol where we are targeting specific neuroanatomical structures in and around the leg. You have the patellar tendon, VMO muscle, so some tight bands of muscle, and we're targeting these structures in order to basically get them working the way that they're supposed to work. So this VMO muscle is not activating very well, you're not getting enough neural input into that muscle. If we can stimulate it with our needles, we can help that muscle start to activate the way that it should. Conversely, you've got a muscle here where there's too much tone. It's a tight muscle, and we can help it relax by putting those needles in. And as well, we can target non-muscular areas as well, such as this patellar tendon, in the case of like a patellar tendinosis, where we can help your body start to absorb some of the inflammatory debris that has been kicking around in there and make it a much more comfortable environment for the whole system to function properly.